Charlie, and then we'll go to Jordan.
Hey, Kamilla, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I got one logistical question before we talk basketball. What are your plans this off season? Are you going overseas? Are you sticking with Team Brazil? What are your plans?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home for a couple of days just to rest and see my family. Then I'm gonna go play in China overseas.
Very nice. Obviously this was a rookie season for you that had a lot of ups and downs with injury to start the season and then closing out just missing on the playoffs. How would you evaluate your first season in the WNBA, and what do you want to do moving forward?
For me, it was definitely a roller coaster just because of the injuries and everything. As I know, I'm the type of player that never got hurt before. I never had to sit out for so many games. So when I first got hurt, it was a little upsetting. I didn't know how to actually handle it because it was something that never happened to me before. But I was just so proud of myself for being able to push through, and then I got hurt again. But yeah, I'm just proud of myself to getting through this season.
And then my last question, not only was it a first year for you, it was also a first year for Coach Weatherspoon as well. With you guys both kind of entering the league at this pivotal point, how would you evaluate Weatherspoon's first year as a head coach in the W?
I think she's a really good coach. One thing I say, I like coaches that give me confidence, that shows me that they love and trust me, and I think Coach Spoon did a great job doing that. And I just love her as a person, as a coach. The energy that she brings is unmatched. So yeah, I'm just super proud of her first year, and excited for many more to come.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Jordan, then Roberta.
Hey, Kamilla, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. So my first question relates to Coach Teaspoon. I guess just talk about what's been one of her many lessons or things that she's taught you that stuck out for you this season.
I think the biggest thing she taught me was that we might be going through the storm, but at the end of the storm, we always going to find the rainbow. And I think that's something that happened to us throughout the whole season. You know, either it was people sick, injured, or whatever the case may be. So I think that was the biggest takeaway.
And then my second question is, I guess just talk about what was your favorite part from this season, whether it was on the court or off the court.
Just being able to be in the league and live my dream. It was a dream since I was 13, so I'm just so happy that I was able to be here and experience everything.
Thank you.
Roberta?
Oi, Kamilla, tudo bem?
Oi, tudo bem.
Você podia falar só assim um pouquinho de como foi essa sua experiência de primeira temporada na WNBA?
Então, pra mim foi uma experiência bem legal, muito boa. Não tem nem como falar que não foi boa, porque eu estava vivendo um sonho que eu sonhei desde os 14 anos. E claramente não saímos com o resultado que a gente queria, mas eu acho que todo mundo deu duro, damos o nosso máximo. E no final, onde a gente estava tentando chegar nas playoffs, aconteceu várias lesões, o que é... Infelizmente aconteceu várias lesões, mas eu estou muito feliz de tudo que eu conquistei, de como eu me representei na W.
E você tem acompanhado os brasileiros te acompanhando? O que você tem a falar sobre o apoio dos brasileiros a você nessa temporada?
Estou muito feliz por todos os brasileiros que estão me acompanhando. Isso é muito importante para mim, porque mostra como o basquete feminino está aumentando no Brasil.
Obrigada.
Obrigada.
Julia?
Hey, Kamilla, thanks for taking the time. You mentioned that you kind of struggled with just how to handle that injury throughout the season. What does that look like? Like behind the scenes, what did kind of that struggle look like for you, on the court, off the court?
Basically just being hurt, I was never hurt before, so having to deal with the trainers, having a doctor telling me I had to sit out for 4 weeks, everything was new to me, so I didn't want to do it, and I was giving everybody a hard time, but we was able to work it out. I did some PT, I was out for 4 weeks, and I think we did a great job together, with ups and downs. Sometimes I got into it with the trainers and the doctors, but at the end of the day, everything worked out.
That's great. And then for your off-season plans, what led you to choose China as your off-season destination, and what is kind of like your checklist of things that you want to work on in the off-season?
I think China has a great league. I try to watch the China League all the time. They really care about their post players, which is something that I also thought about it. But something that I want to work in the off season, I would say just all around. Like I want to get better at my defense. I want to be able to, if we guard the ball screen and we have to switch, I want to be able to guard the guard. I want to be able to better time in my blocks and stuff like that. Offensively, just my biggest thing that I want to work on is just finishing around the rim. That's something that bothers me a lot, just like my shooting percentage. I try to like focus on that a little bit more. So that's something I want to work, just improving my shooting percentage. Shooting the mid-range, as y'all can see, I can shoot the mid-range when I want to. But just improving all of those and gaining more confidence in order for me to be able to add that to my game more times in games.
Thanks so much, Kamilla. Appreciate it.
Nathan.
Hey, Kamilla, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. As you prepare for China, what are some key things that you've learned from the veterans that you can build off of just to, implement against some of the competition over there?
I would say just be yourself. I feel like that's something the vets taught me a lot. Just be yourself, embrace yourself, and embrace your game. Don't try to be like nobody else. Just go out there and do you, and do what you're capable to do the best.
All right, thanks. We'll end with Steven and Akeem.
What's going on, Kamilla? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just had one question for you. So just kind of watching you develop and bring your game to the W level this season, it really felt like your passing took growth and really kind of showcased your ability to see the floor. I was wondering, what's your confidence level with your passing and how you've kind of seen the floor as a passer from the post this season?
I think that's something that people don't really pay attention about me, but since high school, my passing always been there. So, I'm a post player that I'm very unselfish. I like to share the ball. I like to get assists and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll end with Akeem.
Akeem Balin with BeyondTheW.com. Hopefully, hopefully you're doing good and best of luck in China. Now that no problem. Now that your first season in the W is a wrap. What would you say were some memorable moments or some memorable games that that you really that you can take away from this season and how it can translate into next year and the rest of your career?
I would just say all of them because most of the times I played against vet post players, so I just like to go back and watch every single game and see what the post players that of vets was doing and try to add that to my game. So all of them was very memorable.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Kamilla.
Thank you, guys.